Statistics.
But it was correct that Kelsey Plum just got her 3,000 points tonight.
Period. Snaps for KP, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. There it
Hey,
is.
thanks, brother.
Yeah, they was not snapping for you.
No, I know.
Yeah, they gotta work it for you.
For either one of you guys. The first question is actually pretty much what Jimmy just said. Fifth largest crowd in league history, largest attendance for the league since 1999. Split crowd, almost like a tournament game in college. Just wondering what you guys thought of the atmosphere tonight.
I mean, I don't know about split. I think this game was sold out a long time ago. We actually did sell it out before last year in the playoffs, in the regular season, and then of course in the playoffs. So, I mean, yeah, it was great. We had a ton of fans, but also there's a lot of Iowa fans that love Kate Martin and Megan Gustafson too. So that has to get said a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I think we have tremendous fans, and it was an amazing environment, and it was just grateful that we got the win.
Kelsey or Asia, this is for one of you. Kevin with Fuel Sports Network. You guys erupted today on both the offensive and defensive side. Kelsey, it was like you were pushing for that 40 tonight. And Asia, you, of course, just did Asia Wilson things. What was it like for you guys combining for a good 62 points? And what was that defense giving you to just make it easy for you guys to find the bucket?
Honestly, I think coming off of like our Washington game, it wasn't Asian KP. And that's okay. We're gonna have nights like that. So I think coming into this game, we just wanted to get back into the flow of us, wanted to get a better feel for the game. And it was just and some looks were tough, some looks were smooth. So we kind of took what the defense was giving us throughout the flow of the game, and our teammates kept finding us. So I think we just kind of used this game to really kind of get back to us, get back in the flow of things. We had a day of rest kind of just to kind of get back into us. And I think that's what you saw. It was just us, honestly.
It's crazy that you'd be averaging, she really averages 28 a game. Like, that's just like a normal day at the office. That's absurd. You realize that, right? And everyone's like doubling, tripling, and game planning, and it really doesn't matter. Like, I think that we need to put it in perspective. Like, just another night at the office, like, we take it for granted, but we're watching one of the greatest players of all time in front of our eyes. And it's like, dang, like, I think that's like 28 is like, oh yes, Asia had 28. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm serious. So I just wish that, like, moving forward, that we're like, it's a unanimous vote this year. You feel me?
Oh yeah, she's MVP for sure.
Well, no, I understand, but there's a difference between MVP and unanimous. Just saying. Okay.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Question for either one of you. Just Kia Stokes grabbing 12 rebounds.
She took my rebound.
Jackie Young.
Take my
What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, Kia, share the freaking love, dog. Damn. But no, I mean, that's Kia. Like, this is why Kia is who she is, and this is why she is, like, why we love her so much. She does the dirty stuff that doesn't necessarily show up on a stat sheet, but when you're talking about 12 rebounds, like, that's incredible when it comes to just the work hard factor, the want to, and that's why she'll forever be the anchor of this defense. I don't care how many awards they would give us for defense of whatever. Kia is the main reason why we're allowed to do us and play us. She steals rebounds. She's a thief, but I love it. If we can get 12 rebounds out of Kia every single night, I'm happy with it.
Speaking of the defensive side of the ball, Asia, obviously you held them to both in the second and the fourth quarter to 13 points and under for their entire team. You just talked about some of the key aspects defensively that you're able to do. It wasn't just on Caitlin Clark as far as her shooting night, but it was also Samuelson and Smith weren't able to get much going either. What defensively did you guys bring to the table tonight that was a big factor?
Just being on a string, communicating, understanding, and trusting one another that we're going to be where we need to be, and continuing just to show some of the simple things. When you're a player, we know, like, if people just show, it kind of shakes you up a little bit. So just being in the way sometimes is the key. And so I think today we were very, like, we made them uncomfortable, and nobody likes to be uncomfortable, especially on the court. So I think that's what really kind of helped us then push on the offensive side, because we do a pretty decent job of playing out of our defense.
Jose Winotes, Ray Sports. Asia, a little over a week ago, you showed some vulnerability and you talked about being the best player and teammate for your team, not necessarily just the best player on this team.
Yeah.
Since then, you guys haven't lost a game.
Yeah.
What has changed since that post-conference?
Our mindset, and obviously we got Chelsea, so our organization is pretty back to normal and we're back to us. But I feel like just our want-to factor, our just wanting to be better for each other kind of stepped up because we were in a funk. It was something that we've never been in before. We were uncomfortable, but I think slowly we started to understand that it's going to take all of us. I mean, KP and I could score all the points in the world. Jackie, we all can score all the points in the world, but if we're not together and as a unit, none of that matters. So I think we really just kind of came together as one and kind of got all like-minded and was like, all right, if we're going to do this, we need to do this. And obviously when you're getting your point guard back into the flow of things, makes it a little easier. So I think as the aces and who we are and finding our identity, I think we're slowly starting to do that.
This question is for both. Could you talk about how Chelsea impacts this team and like her being absent, then coming back and just being immediately impactful for you guys?
Yeah, well, I think I said a lot, but Chelsea, because of who she is, she's like a gravitational pull, so you have to respect her. She's always drawing two on the ball. And it's one of those things where because of that, now it's almost like the court gets bigger. So everyone's spacing is better. Everyone has a little bit more freedom of movement, and then you're able to be more efficient in space. She kind of puts everyone back in their rightful position, even if she's not necessarily even taking shots. Like Chelsea's just someone that commands that respect. And I think that for us, like it was hard. I'll just be completely transparent. Like it was really hard for me figuring out like my role. It's like, am I running the team? Am I trying to score? I'm trying to guard one of the better players on the other side. So it's like you're spread thin, and it's really hard to be efficient and shoot at a high level, perform at a high level when you're trying to do so many different things. I think Chelsea comes in, puts us in our right spots, and we've been able to be a well-oiled machine for so long. There's a lot of people waiting to jump off the ship, because we lost a couple games, but we know that when Chelsea comes back, everyone kind of gets into their flow, and that's what you're seeing now. Like, even though she didn't play as many minutes tonight, or maybe didn't even shoot it great, but Chelsea's the reason we're able to get out, run, get into space, and the players are able to just make plays.
Yeah, Asia and Kelsey, forgive me, I was in the other room.
You're
Sorry
forgiven.
about that.
You're forgiven.
But I was wondering if you talked about the AllStar Game, because obviously the starters came out. You guys are on the Olympic team. The three players we just had in there are going to be on Team WNBA. But I feel like this AllStar Game with Team USA and WNBA, so many people are looking forward to it. Is it kind of a special thing for you guys? You played a lot of AllStar games, but
Go ahead, first time Olympian.
Two-time baby.
Oh yeah, excuse me, first time 5v5.
It's okay.
There you go.
It was the X Games. It's okay.
Y'all played outside.
I know. Talk about your Achilles, man. No, it's really exciting. Credit to I forget. I know that Kels, Aaliyah, and Caitlin are all on it. And I'm really glad that Kelsey's on it because I think that she doesn't get the love that she deserves. And also too, she lost her dad this past off season. Like, I can't even imagine, you're trying to figure out life, right? And she's just been tremendous. So, I'm really happy for her. And I think Angel Reese is on it too. Dwana Bonner, perennial all-star. It's going to be a really fun game. It's super competitive. And I was sitting at home watching the All-Stars lose to Team USA the last time. I very vividly remember that moment. So, yeah.
It'll be a good one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one. I'm excited for it. Just to play in a USA uniform. Honestly, it's gonna be exhausting. To be honest, I'm not excited for it. I really just want to go rest. To be full transparent here, I wish we could just rest and go to Paris, but we can't. Obviously, we owe the fans that, but we're gonna have fun with it. At the same time, we know that this is gonna be a game that all eyes are gonna be watching us. But this is an opportunity for us to show up for the fans and just have a good time. But yeah, we're gonna see how this goes.
We're gonna jump to Zoom really quick for one and then wrap it up in the room. Jordan, go ahead.
Hey, ladies, congrats on the win. So I just wanted to ask about Jackie. She made a huge impact, having 10 assists. I guess just talk about how she impacts the game on both ends of the floor for you all.
Jackie's tremendous. I've been saying this all year. I think she's the best two-way player in the world. And she every night is guarding one of the best players and does a tremendous job with that. And tonight she just found a way to, like you said, make an impact. And her passing just has been phenomenal throughout the entire season. And she's just so strong and she's so smart. She's able to just see gaps before they happen. And I mean, man, Jack is just jackpot.
machine.
She's a machine.
Y'all saw her lift.
Thank you.
Last question?
Dan, for the both of you, Shannon Sharp was here tonight and I asked him who he would have on Club Shay Shay. He said the two of you and Becky. So.
We don't got no tea though. We ain't got no
Would you be
tea.
to sit down and have a conversation?
Thanks for having us, y'all.